Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Super Sign Sunday, the last week of April. The last week I am in this house. Oh, and at the time of recording this video, I know not exactly what my next steps are. I only know that there are options, and one of them is wild and crazy, but you see there's like a little chuckle there coming out, kind of like the more I'm, the more the clarity is coming through on that, the more I'm seeing what's the connection in terms of the dreams that I had and what is needed to align with those for that to really be in the best that it could be. Welcome, Goddess. My name is Rochelle Richard, and if you are new to my channel, here at Empowerment Experiences, we are looking for and finding our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And for those who may very well be here, you too are on a healing twin flames journey. And that means that you have then discovered that a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids. And as I know for myself, so much is changing and rearranging, and I see as each day passes, I see more clearly what's happening. And it's really, again, that like again, the Robert Frost, the two roads diverged and I took the one less traveled by. And that's what you're being called. You're being called to follow the call of your soul. The one that isn't like what everybody else expects. What some would say is the easy way, but doesn't feel very good. But the other way might not really be the easy way, and they're but so you're just putting your hands up, and you're hollering out, I trust, I surrender, I say yes, Goddess. Because that is what we are supposed to be learning. Because it's ego that is addicted to control. The soul is surrender. And so therefore, we are here to learn how to truly surrender on this journey. And I realize again, I don't have my rings on that I love so much. Especially as my nails are almost grown out. They're almost back to healthy again. I'm excited about that. Yay! And so I've just been letting them breathe. I've self-love, it's more important and healthier for my nails at this moment when, again, we're right at that very end of that grow out of the unhealthy that was there, right? That toxic part. Just gotta let it be. Don't alter it. Don't try to control it. Don't try to mask it. Just let it be. And with that, 424. I know this is an angel number, definitely, for a certain goddess that I know. And it's since been a part of my my experience, as this goddess had reached out for, of course, support from me through booking a one-on-one session with me, and of course left me better than she arrived, in the sense of feeling far more empowered, feeling much more optimistic, and much more prepared and ready for her journey ahead. And I am here for you still, Goddess, in spite of everything that I'm going through. Believe me, it is truly a gift to be able to focus on you and not be in my space of overthinking about what's unfolding for me, right? You know, not putting that resistance in my own path, just as we're all being asked again to surrender to the journey. Stop resisting. We just had at the end of last week the letting go. If you're not there already, you see it coming again, this path diverging. And you're going to have to let go of what needs to fall away. It sounds so wild. So go easy on yourself. Really hold that space for yourself as you're processing so much. Okay? It's okay to be all over the place. I mean, your world, your life, everything is literally being completely transformed. Completely transformed. So go easy on yourself. Take deep breaths. All right? Be very aware of that overthinking. Right? Talking negative and being pessimistic rather than optimistic. I know what that's like. And with TikTok, like literally it's less than 2 weeks I mean a week from this Saturday, and it's so, right? Because I don't know. So, but it's supposed to be that way. Remember, no matter where each and every one of us are, it's exactly where we're supposed to be. So again, put this on your compassion list for ways that I can practice compassion for myself, ways that I can support my own self through compassion, through practicing compassion for myself. Because now is definitely very much a time of growth. It's that time of up level, right? You just remember we just stepped into this unknown space. Well, guess what? Class is in session. New levels, new devils. That's what they say. In order to step into this, you've got to shed. You've got to go through the shedding, the actual process of losing a layer of yourself, a part of yourself, perceivably losing a part of yourself. But rather, it is integrating that which is necessary for integration and letting go of that which serves no purpose, which no longer serves its purpose, goddess. And that's why, again, with that crumbling, we've got to let it go. We've got to let it go, no matter how scary it may seem at this unknown. It's got the butterflies. And it may feel excruciating at times, and you may, even in the beginning, when it initially hits you, right? When this big change is hitting you, you just got the bomb dropped on your house, so to speak, and you had to. That was interesting that was the reference that I utilized. Because of how trauma is just like that. And not being specific, but in the sense of how, because of all that we endured, that snuffed our innocence, that took away our truth about ourselves. that we are then afraid to step out into this unknown and fully embrace it once and for all, and let go of the fear, let go of the old story that took away this innocent belief in yourself, this innocence of believing in a world of dreams, of believing that you were like a superhero. Remember how you would imagine, you would play and pretend that you had superpowers and you were magical, you were invincible. That magic that we've been talking about, that childlike magic. All of you is coming with you in this journey of growth. All of you, as you step into this new version of you, you're integrating all of this growth that you have experienced. You're actually now in a new phase of growth. The part where you truly now step into this next chapter in your life. And that you're doing this from a place of childlike wonder, rather than a place of adulterated fear and doubt and resentment and resistance. So it's time to dance. Even I'm knowing after I do this, time to put that on, put on some music and dance. Move that stagnant energy. Let it be released from you. Remember, there's so much happening right now that you've got to be crystal clear. You've got to be clearing that which, again, is crumbling away. Assist in its release. Assist in its letting go. By letting it go. By dancing. By playing. By allowing yourself to actually see that you don't need to be afraid, that yes, you are being supported. Allow yourself to see that no matter what the circumstances may appear like, that you are being supported. You asked for an adventure here, Goddess. Your soul, that which you truly are. You signed up for an adventure. And you know what? Staying cooped up in the same place, in that comfort zone, day in and day out, that's no adventure. Is it? Isn't there a part of you that there are things that you would love to experience and explore and discover? Huh? It's time, dear sweet Goddess, to allow for yourself to step out on this adventure. To realize that it is about the journey. Not the destination. To really ask yourself, what do I really desire? What really matters to me? What would I really like to be experiencing? How am I just going through the motions of my day? It's time to break free of that. When you come upon this path diverging ahead of you, Goddess, you'll be given the opportunity to choose. To choose to listen to you, or to choose to listen to the world, your ego, your limitations, your fears. Remember to be clarifying those boundaries right now. And to be honing that intuition, because a reminder that we are in that unknown. And how are you navigating this unknown space? But by your intuition, through your vibrations. That is how you're feeling each and every next step. How does it feel? What are you seeing? What is the guidance that you're getting? It matters not that it might sound a little absurd and crazy and whoo, like a really wild, crazy adventure, like someone deciding to climb Mount Everest. I suppose, yeah, this is akin, well, sort of, oh, like the adventure of flying around the world to meet my twin flame. Yeah. Yeah, the adventure. The soul yearns for the adventure, and the soul is guided. This is it. This is its communicator. Your soul communicates with you through your intuition, through signs, through synchronicities, through sensations within you. It's like your radio station. You gotta set your tuner. I swear I'm hearing Abraham say something along those lines. Right? Because, again, as I've mentioned at the beginning of this episode, this video is, I'm seeing as the dust is settling from my breakdown, right? The dust is settling, right? From the ashes, or the burning embers remain, right? You know, and the skies are clearing, and you really begin to see what is actually happening, what the deeper lessons are here. I mean, you get to have the choice of doing that, or you can continue to resist and fight and throw your tantrum, but it's still going to happen. We can either row upstream, or we can turn and we can go with the flow. Just like, again, you got to check out last week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday. That was on it. It was so on it. Because right now, remember, Goddess, this is where we are. This is your guidance system. We are in uncharted territory, sister. Uncharted territory. And for so many divine feminines that I know, our divine masculines, they are healing generational curses and karma and so much, just as we have been, and just as the collective, all this breaking down, constantly feeling like ego death after ego death, dark night of the soul. But when you're practiced, you start to recognize that, oh, it doesn't last forever, and it doesn't have to last as long as I am perpetuating it to last, right? When you begin to recognize your power in the role that you play in your experience, believe me, sister, I have had some very challenging times of late with all the things that have been happening these last 7 or so months in my life. It's been insane, and it's just, here we go. But I remember I'm not just a survivor, I'm a fucking thriver, and I get to live life on my terms, even if it's something kind of crazy, and it might take some definite adapting to. I'm open. I'm open. I'm hoping for, a little bit of a cross, that gives me a year for this. However, I'm surrendering, right? Trust, surrender, say yes. And with that, let's see what the divine masculine collective, the energies, right, within the collective, what they are desiring to say to us at this time. Well, look, oh my goodness. That yes, divine feminine, just as you are going through new beginnings, the divine masculines, they are too in their own lives. In some major way, shape, or form, they're going through new beginnings in their lives, a chapter that they must be the main character in, that they must write as a part of their self-love empowerment journey. And you're not really a part of it. You're a part of it, but not in the way that, of course, we would all like it to be. Because how it needs to be is how it is right now. Okay? Remember, I am where I am, and I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because if I were supposed to be anywhere other than where I am, I would be. Same with the divine masculine. And I promise you, Goddess, that the more you practice that detachment, practice that acceptance, and I support with this, with a foundation in my 17-day self-love empowerment challenge, in addition to my twin flame confirmation checklist. It's all a big, huge, free resource for you, from the checklist to the challenge, and it's also a giveaway, right? Packed full of the very things that I'm definitely putting into practice and utilizing, and I mean, that's why I'm posting them. Hello, I'm doing them with you. I'm posting my accountability activities, because right now, again, where is your power? It is in supporting yourself in these new beginnings. That's what, again, this twin flame journey, remember, is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids, I say, of course, because, oh, it's intense. Oh my gosh, right? Oh my goodness. But we're both in this space of this where we need to learn these lessons, and that means that we must each do it to find ourselves. Because, dear sweet Goddess, remember, your twin flame, he is your exact blueprint. So how do you truly come into union with your divine masculine? Well, you've got to come home within. And if that means that you have to embark on a spiritual journey that's taking you places you may not think you might be ready for, and who knows, maybe you're not, maybe you are. Universe knows. And we prepare ourselves, we get ready, we align with what's coming rather than resist it. We receive these new beginnings, and we allow for what they are coming to teach us, what they are coming to gift to us. Wow. Any word on, wow, one more time and we shall see here. Okay. Yeah. And yeah. Wow. This one just does not want to straighten up. So, oh my goodness. And I was about to ask any word on, you know, their progress, where they are, what's unfolding, when really that pause, I assure you, is the whole you just heard the question you're asking, right? Kind of thing of you being able to reflect on what you just asked, of being able to say, remember, look at where you are in your journey, Goddess, that twin flame mirror. Look at where you are. Reclaiming your power, right? Coming back home to you, right? That's where he is too. That's where he is too. And yeah, we're going to think about them. We're going to wonder about them. They're always a part of us. And so, yes, I will be continuing to include that because it's the divine masculine energies. So that you are also bringing those into balance within yourself, the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within yourself, in your own experience. Thus why this very motherly, very feminine, divine feminine spread today. Support, compassion. Look, the mother and the child here, right? That unconditional love. Coming back home to yourself, to that source within you. That which is your life force. Your soul essence. Power of love. And that's what it takes to really let go. You've got to love yourself enough to let go and allow for yourself to experience this life, to let go of the divine masculine for however long it must be. Right now, the world is going through so many changes. So is he. So is thee. You, dear sweet Goddess. Thus the whole reason for this letting go. Letting go of the old to allow and align the new. That is what you're learning to do. That's how we acquire wisdom, is through learning. First hand experience. Words don't teach. And I know for me that, it's about to get pretty wild. It's about to be a whole, at least for a moment, kind of looking for constantly in every moment, looking for and finding my power in every moment. Leading and showing you, and you might want to follow on Instagram. I don't know what stories I'm going to be sharing right now. It's been a whole lot of me just processing and really asking what do I want? Because this wasn't what I wanted. It was different. And it didn't quite line up that way. So, yeah. Yeah. It just didn't quite line up that way. But that's all right, right? It's really kind of looking at going, wait a minute. I'm seeing what's happening here. I had what I thought was my order, divine order. But it was my order. It was not divine order. It was my order of things, not divine order of things. And this too is that wisdom coming through, of recognizing that it's up to us to just surrender all the way through. 1444. And 505. Let us see, shall we? Let us. Let us see. Oh. Moment. And we have 1444 was first, and that says, follow your passion. Success and prosperity, strengthening spirituality and self-worth, right? Because if you're coming upon this crossroads, right, you're really, again, having to look at what you're really, truly worthy of. What is before you? What options are before you? Because you're definitely being confronted with a challenge of choosing, of having to trust in yourself, having to follow this unknown path vibrationally, intuitively, like you're feeling your way through the dark. Many changes on the way as you step into the passion and power of you. Look, oh my goodness, God is power. Passion, compassion even, right? Stepping into this true you. Because when you have that compassion for yourself, you are holding space for yourself to be the fullest expression of yourself. To be all that you are. To let it be a beautiful thing to be you. Life changes, open life to new opportunities. Embracing change eases suffering, exactly as I was saying, right? If we resist, it's going to persist, the pain, the suffering. Regardless, the events are going to happen. For instance, for myself, I'm definitely moving out on April 30th. To where? Not sure. But I got almost 2 weeks still. And a lot can happen. I know magic and miracles can happen and cause my life to shift and change in a single moment. And it's so true. That's how I went to India. That's how I met my twin flame love. And even though life is the way it is, it's because of him that I know right now that I am reminded of my strength from all that I've overcome, because, oh my gosh, I flew around the world by myself. I can do any fucking thing, and so can you, goddess. Allow yourself to be in the energy of your passion and dreams. What is calling you? Who are you truly? And what sacrifices does your ego have to make in order to let go of what needs letting go of? Be real with yourself, goddess. And really ask yourself, in the end, is it all gonna really matter? In the end, really allow yourself to see your life passing by. Each moment that you don't choose yourself. You don't allow yourself to receive the support and guidance of mentors and coaches. Like I would not make it through. I would not be making it through things if I didn't have the support that I have around me. Angel number 505, spend your time doing what you love. Raise your vibration. Take the test. What was I saying? Take the test. Welcome the challenge to realize your dreams. That you ask for that Yet you must go through this in order to get to that. Just like I've said, you cannot go from A to Z and say bye to B to Y. You have to go through all the lessons, the healing, the growth that you must in order to get through to that which you desire. You got to break down all the barriers, the blocks, and the bullshit. Oh my goodness. Independence and individuality. Again, it is about you answering the call of you. Power, again, power, both numbers talking about power, ambition, personal expression, and freedom. Balancing the energies within, masculine and feminine, both dark and light. Walk away from causes of stress and emotional upheaval. Again, we're talking about the, letting go what needs to fall away, what is crumbling. It's time of change and transition. Openness for creation, creative expression, creating a vision. What would you like to be experiencing? What would you like to feel in your experience, Goddess? Let that be your compass. What would you like to feel? And then close your eyes and feel into each of the options, the paths, the roads, the path diverged ahead of you. Feel into that, each one individually. What feels the way you would like to be feeling in your experience here? That's the path you take. No matter what the cost, because it's only the ego. It's only the ego that's afraid of losing something. But it cannot lose that which cannot be lost. With that, dear Goddess, I am here for you. I have links down below in the description to support you, to guide you through this chaotic space where you may be. Whereas right now where I am, in spite of it feeling like my entire world is falling apart around me, I'm actually finally to the point where I'm like, okay, all right, what can I do? I get to choose. What am I going to do? How am I choosing to be through this? Am I going to trust, surrender, know that I'm supported, and have that compassion with myself and allow for this growth? Just like you, Goddess. Just like you. And I am here to support you in that. Links down below to book your session with me today. I'm definitely still doing those. I'm still definitely got those handled. And I will still be here to remind you, now more than ever, that the power to choose you, Goddess, the power to answer the call of what is calling from deep within you, calling to you, calling from you, calling for you, that which feels the best, even though on the surface it sounds mighty crazy. That power to choose you, it's in your hands, Goddess. It's in your hands. Because that power has always been inside you. Namaste.